Over time, the Dragon Ball franchise has occupied and taken control of various fields such as television, internet, merchandising, and one of the most important even today, video games. Titles such as Dragon Ball Z Budokai Tenkaichi 3, Dragon Ball Xenoverse, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and countless others where the characteristic combats of the original series come to our computers or consoles are highly recognized by lovers of the franchise. In this video, we'll talk about a particular video game saga, mainly successful in Japan, which is Dragon Ball Heroes. Dragon Ball Heroes first released in 2010 and currently has several ports of the original game for different platforms, in addition to downloadable content, arcade machines, and even its own promotional anime. It's a card game where the player controls a team of 7 characters whose cards can be purchased in physical stores, which can then be used in arcade machines to play on an electronic board. In the case of the Nintendo 3DS, Nintendo Switch, and PC versions of the game, it maintains its format, only that it has a virtual gacha system to get the acclaimed characters. The variety of cards that the game has is immense, reaching over 1,000 units and making all the characters of the franchise playable, along with their iconic and most recent transformations. Despite everything, the most striking feature of Dragon Ball Heroes is found in its exclusive characters from the franchise as well as their transformations or enhanced variations of them, released exclusively for its video games and anime. Therefore, we will delve into each of these exclusive transformations of the Dragon Ball Heroes franchise to explain a little more in detail its characteristics, power, and concept of each one of them. It should be noted that this video will not mention existing transformations that have been obtained by new characters such as Golden Cooler or Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Gogeta, since they are previously known transformations and don't require extensive explanations. Evil Saiyan. The Evil Saiyan form was first seen when the primitive Saiyan Cumber appeared in Super Dragon Ball Heroes anime. In this form, the user's hair becomes very similar to that of a Super Saiyan 3, although black in color, and his aura turns a dark reddish hue adorned with black edges just like his hair. The user's muscle mass and height are also increased, not to mention the vast repertoire of power that this transformation offers. His signature aura can be manipulated to create key forms, such as hands or a tail, and used in combat. It also has the ability to corrupt pure Saiyans like Goku, Vegeta, or Turles if it comes into contact with them, turning them into a berserker state in which their power increases by large amounts and gives them the chance to corrupt other Saiyans. Fu uses this evil energy to corrupt Cumber, Turles, Goku, and Bojack, but he can't do it with other characters like Metal Cooler, Vegito, or Vegeta, who manage to find a way to control the power and use it in their favor. In this state, Cumber managed to be on par with Super Saiyan Blue Vegito and Super Saiyan 4 Xeno Vegito, though not on par with Vegito Blue when using the Kaioken. This form can also be used with the respective Super Saiyan variants, just as Cumber uses Super Saiyan 3 when facing the fusion of Goku and Vegeta. Berserker Super Saiyan and Berserker Super Saiyan Blue. These are corrupted versions of both Super Saiyan and the Super Saiyan Blue states that are created by being affected with the evil aura power. The physical aspects of this form are pretty identical to Blue and regular Super Saiyan ones, but their characteristic auras get diminished and leave place for a dark malicious aura with black lightning around it. Their eyes become totally blank and nerve marks are visible, especially in the forehead. When in this state, the corrupted Saiyan becomes uncontrollable and attacks everyone in their way in a primitive combat style. Goku enters both Berserker Super Saiyan and Blue states while fighting Cumber as a Super Saiyan 2 and while fighting Fu alongside Vegeta, who also enters Evil Blue. The abilities of this transformation are the same as the Evil Saiyan form, but the power they gain is even more gigantic, up to the point where Golden Cooler was needed in order to beat Super Saiyan 2 Berserker Goku. While fighting Cumber and Turles, Vegeta got touched by the evil aura and he managed to canalize the evil power through his body and achieve the controlled Berserker Super Saiyan Blue state, in which he gains an immense amount of power enough to beat both Cumber and Turles easily. As Cumber said in this moment, the form is what a Saiyan achieves when he overcomes and turns the evil aura into their own power, rejecting the ideas of evil and good for the principles of pure power. Also, this form has physical changes such as retaining the classic blue aura, but gaining a new dark aura inside the blue one that glimpses with black lightning. Vegeta also gains dark outlines in his eyes and vein marks that are visible through his forehead, similar to what happened to him while he was controlled by Babidi. Full Power Super Saiyan 3. This form is achieved by Cumber while fighting Vegeta alongside Turles in the New Space Time arc of Dragon Ball Heroes manga and fighting Jiren in the anime. In this form, Cumber's muscles grow in mass and veins are visible in all of his body. The hair remains the same as the original Super Saiyan 3 form, although his pupils disappear, leaving his eyes blank. The form consists of pulling out the most of the Super Saiyan 3 state, using the maximum power of the form without reserves. In this form, Cumber is capable of fighting God of Destruction Top and Jiren, being equal to both of the Universe 11 warriors, but easily being beaten up by a controlled Berserker Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta. Limit Breaker Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4. This form is a powered up variant of the Super Saiyan 4 Ultra Full Power form. Goku and Vegeta reach this state by being transferred ki from Zeno Trunks Super Saiyan God, Zeno Pan, and Goku and Vegeta from the standard timeline, while Broly achieves it thanks to the constant Zenkais he has suffered throughout his life and without the help of any ritual. In this form, the Saiyan's body fur turns a magenta color while his aura in his calm state resembles that of Goku's Ultra Instinct, albeit in shades of red and magenta. His hair changes to that of a dark crimson color, and being fused into Zeno Gogeta, his hair grows in a similar way to that of a Super Saiyan 3. When using this form, the Saiyans take on a calmer way of being, and both Goku and Vegeta are able to overpower Black Janemba individually. And when using Vegito's fused form, their power matches that of Dark King Fu and Broly in the same state. Being fused into Zeno Gogeta, they're able to escape Fu's time control and prevent their separation from the fusion before time. Super Saiyan Rose potential variations. The Super Saiyan Rose higher levels, being Super Saiyan Rose 2, 3, and Full Power Super Saiyan Rose, are the forms that the Crimson Masked Saiyan developed in order to help him complete the Zero Mortal Plan and eradicate all mortals in Universe 7. Starting with Super Saiyan 2 Rose, the appearance of the original Rose form changes the same as the original Super Saiyan 2 to the initial Super Saiyan state. His hair spikes even more and his aura becomes fiercer and sparks rose-colored lightnings all around it. With this form, the Crimson Masked Saiyan fought on par with the Super Saiyan Warrior in black. After using this form, Crimson turns Super Saiyan 3 Rose to fight the Warrior in Black's obliterating power. In this form, Crimson gets enough power to be utterly superior to the Hooded Saiyan, and his aspects resemble the original Super Saiyan 3 transformation with his knee-long pink hair, refined eyes with no eyebrows, visible pupils, great muscular mask, and his spiky and fierce dark magenta aura with lightning in its surroundings. In this form, Crimson makes Gogeta's appearance necessary in order to be defeated in the manga timeline, whereas in the anime, Mastered Ultra Instinct Goku and Controlled Berserk Super Saiyan Blue Vegeta were enough to beat the god up. After being obliterated by both warriors, Crimson achieved full power Super Saiyan Rose by canalizing the universe's energy, and through a Zenkai boost thanks to Gogeta's attacks in the manga version. In this form, muscle mass increases even more than in Super Saiyan 3 Rose, and the eyebrows return now with red outlines on his eyes, the same as Super Saiyan 4. Also, the mask Crimson has burns and flames after entering this state and leaves most of the Saiyan's face on sight, and a tail grows on his rear like primitive Saiyans. He easily deals with Golden Frieza and Golden Middle Cooler, but he was totally overpowered and disintegrated by Super Saiyan Blue Evolved Gogeta as the fusion didn't let Rose's healing ability work correctly and finished off the deity with one final blow. In the manga, Crimson was killed by the cooperation between Goku and the Warrior in Black as Gogeta defused before killing the Masked Saiyan. Universal Super Saiyan Blue. This form is achieved by Goku by absorbing part of the Universe Tree's energy that Fu was accumulating and channeling it for his own benefit. In this form, Goku's hair takes on a flaming appearance with its tips darkened in a navy blue and the inside of his hair glowing along with his aura, whose appearance resembles that of a Super Saiyan Blue Evolved and is connected to the tree by an energy trail. The Universe Tree gives Goku the power to defeat Dark King Fu by absorbing the Dark Bird Dogi Dogi, whose existence Hearts compares to that of Zeno. Dark State. Dr. Willow resurrects Janemba after gathering the power of a large number of fallen warriors in Hell and collecting data about Goku and Vegeta transformed into Super Saiyan 4. The demon is now reborn with his armor colored black along with linear markings under his eyes and up to his neck, and manages to stay unharmed during his fight with the Super Saiyan 4 thanks to his new gained power. However, he's easily defeated by a joint dragon fist from both Saiyans in their Limit Breaker Ultra Full Power Super Saiyan 4 form. Dark Dragon Ball Boost. This set of Dragon Balls was created by Zeno Dende for the Dark Empire, and they spread through time and space in search of an evil being to be their host. From this set of Dragon Balls emerged the Zeno Shadow Dragons, more powerful than their variants of the Cracked Dragon Balls from Dragon Ball GT. By taking a villain as its bearer, the Dark Dragon Balls give it an incalculable increase in power and appear embedded in the center of its body, while the bearer's eyes turn a yellowish-white tone. These Dragon Balls can summon Demon God Shenron, capable of granting wishes corrupted enough to each of them to create an entire set of Zeno Shadow Dragons. The Dark Dragon Balls grant such an increase in power that they allow villains to sometimes achieve new transformations, as is the case with Janemba, whose 5-star sphere led him to reach his evil demon state, in which he becomes muscular. His color tone is darkened and his white hues are replaced by black. His exoskeleton is modified by shortening the horns on his head and adding 2 extra horns on top of his shoulders, and he also acquires a new thicker dark sword than the original, this time shorter but more powerful. In this form, it took Zeno Gogeta to deal with him. Also, when receiving the boost from the balls, Turles enters a rampaging mode thanks to this great power in the Fruit of the Tree of Might. In this form, which can be used by Mira, Turles, Kel, and Metal Cooler, the user's power grows as they go berserk. King of Destruction. This is the name of the form received by those evil warriors who fall under the mental control of Bobbidi or Bibbidi and are not from the demon realm, but the dark energy gives them a considerable increase in power. In this state, those under the control of the dark wizards have the Majin insignia on their forehead, along with the marks of their veins running through their body, similar to what happened to Majin Vegeta. Also, their pupils disappear and individuals become capable of channeling dark energy and exerting mental control over other beings. Demon Realm forms. These are the transformations that a Demon Realm inhabitant can achieve. First of all, the Demon God form is the state of being that can be achieved by demons by reaching certain amounts of Kiri or having a form granted by a superior demon being. In this form, the user is granted horns, wild hair, and a staff that merges with the user by entering the Demon God final form state. It takes some time for demons to control all of these amounts of dark power, but when done, the user gets an increase in all of his abilities and God Ki starts flowing through their bodies. Demon God's final form is a monstrous form that's born from using every godly power the Demon God has in its body in exchange for enormous amounts of power. This form can also transcend to go beyond all limits of the demon's power, increasing all its abilities and combining the monstrous aspect with the base form of the Demon God. Next, the Dark Demon state is a form achieved by Toa when she was resurrected and absorbed the dark energy contained in the demon realm. While in this state, her hair and outfit changes, as well as her physical strength and magic powers even more. The Dark King form is the one that the highest positioned demon in the realm attains, and becomes a user of the Dark Factor life energy. In this form, the demon undergoes a drastic physical change joined with red marks right next to the eye lines. Power and abilities increase again more than ever, and the form can also be enhanced by absorbing the energy of time and space. By receiving the dark energy of the Dark King, Xeno Cell was able to attain his Cell X form, making him capable of accessing unlimited amounts of ki and thus being able to outmatch the Z fighters present in the Cell games. Time Power Unleashed. This form was attained by Kranoa and Mechi Kabura in his Dark King form. While Kranoa gains a more mature and defined appearance, Mechi Kabura becomes more imposing and fierce looking, with dark armor and even larger horns protruding from her head. In this form, both are capable of executing the Labyrinth of Time technique as well as its demonic counterpart, the Dark Labyrinth. This technique is capable of sealing the demon realm as well as corrupting Kranoa by being returned by the Dark King. Ultimate Form. This form is the one that the Universe Seed grants, an object capable of creating an entire universe when planted in the Universe Tree, and in turn providing an incredible increase in power to those who use it. In the anime, Hearts uses the seed to obtain the form, with which he is able to eliminate few Zamas from existence as he is an immortal god. Kami-Oren was also granted with the power of the seed, although only a fraction of it, achieving a monstrous form capable of defeating all Universe 7 fighters except for Goku Ultra Instinct. In the case of Hearts, his power increases considerably, surpassing Jiren full power and Cumber in his Super Saiyan 3 full power state. His appearance becomes more imposing, his entire body glowing in gold, his hair bristling, and wearing the Universe Seed fragments on his back. In this form, the appearance of Gogeta Super Saiyan Blue was necessary to be able to face him.